Modern
Got the
women
ladies.
want to submit to men.
Ooh.
And when I say men, I don't just mean men in general. I mean those productive, competitive, successful men. I mean those high value men. I mean the men that you ladies say you want. Do you modern women really want to submit to them? Because let's be real, without a shadow of doubt, I think we all understand that modern women want a high value lifestyle, a
Mhm,
lifestyle that 99% of you cannot afford to give yourself. Number
mhm.
one. Number two, those same women still want to have children and not have to work to pay significant bills. Uh, that is a lucky life in this country when 72% of mothers have to work full or part time. But it's always been asked, well, what do you expect to have to give to get that kind of thing? And so many women are just kind of like, well, what I bring to the table, I bring me to the table. Nope. We're going to start defining the conversation much better. And the question really becomes, look down in the description of the video. Let me open another window real quick. The question becomes, all right, I get you want what you want. I understand that. I get that you want what you want. I understand that. But as we're in this whole reclamation thing, reclaiming relationships, the gender war is over. It's time to negotiate the peace. And I've been asking this question for the last 2 to 3 weeks. What needs to happen for you as a woman to happily submit to the authority of a man? In particular, black woman to a black man. What has to happen in order for you, one person, to submit to the authority, happily submit to the authority of a black man? And I also asked another question of the day because I want to build upon this thought. Why is it the young black women seemingly are so susceptible to this thing called feminism or womanism? Susceptible, likely or liable to be influenced or harmed by a particular thing. It amazes me how many, hold on. It amazes me how many black women I speak with who, before age of 25, readily identify, damn it, as a feminist or a former feminist. I honestly thought that most women identified with feminism because of so many black women being feminists. When I was a younger man, I thought most women were like this. I thought that's what it was. And the question is, why is it that so many young black women fall? And we need to make the distinction between feminism, which tends to have a negative connotation, or this new thing, womanist. Womanism. Take care of yourself, girl. Do for yourself, girl. Why is it that so many young black women fall susceptible to this between the ages of 18, or 16 and 23? Right as you're entering your prime years. Food for thought. Think about it.
All right. So so before Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the brother, came on, I wanted to ask the ladies why is it so hard to paint the picture of a scenario of when you had to actually question a man submissive. Secondly, do you agree with me? I think I figured out why submission is an issue between a man and a woman. Usually, a woman is supposed to come from her father, and the father is supposed to approve of the man. And no matter what, if the father approve of this man to take you as his husband, you submit to him. And if you don't submit to this husband or this man that's supposed to be your husband after your father approves, that means you deviate from your father's will. You get what I'm saying? So the disconnect is the man is never even being approved. Women are never even showing their fathers the man that they want to be with, their man that they want to submit to. So the disconnect, because submission is all about, okay, what leadership style do you have? What principles, what traditions, what lifestyle, what structure do you have? If your father doesn't approve, then you typically don't submit to men like that, because the father is able to see, hey, no, I brought my daughter up with these type of values and principles and beliefs, and this dude that she's trying to bring to me, oh hell no. But then on the flip side, if it's a man that he approves of, and then for you to say, oh no, I don't, and you're deviating. I would argue, and oftentimes we don't even. A lot of women these days don't even show their fathers the man that they want to be with until they don't probably had kids with the dude or some shit. So that's the disconnect where there's a problem with the submission. But my question still stands that some woman on this panel that have an issue with questioning or submission, period, please paint a picture of a scenario where you're justified to question him.
I want to jump in on what you're saying. First and foremost, I want to preface this by saying I don't have an issue with submitting, right? I think it all goes back to trust. I'm going to go back to what you stated about the father being the one that actually starts that, right? The first issue in a lot of Black homes is there is no father. Okay. We don't have a father to, first of all, show us, give us an example of what a leader and what a woman looks like submitting to a man. We have a mother who takes care of everything. That's the first thing. The second one is that when you go out into the world and you don't have that example, and let's say maybe your father's not in your home, he's somewhere else, he has his own family, you're back and forth, you only get him part-time, or sometimes you build that relationship later, and so you tend to learn on your own what works for you, what doesn't, and you go into the world with this mindset that I have to take care of things myself, because that's what I saw growing up. Right, a woman is going to have to take care of it herself, which also goes into what Kevin Samuels was saying. Why are so many young Black women feminists or womanists or whatever? Because that's what we know. The only person that's going to look out for me and take care of me is me. Or my mama might help me. Or my grandma might have my back. A lot of Black women don't have that example necessarily. I'm not even going to say a lot. There are Black women in our community that do not have that example of that Black man who takes care of everything for them. And if we do have Black men, sometimes, unfortunately, we are still taking care of everything for them. So that's why we can't naturally just submit to you, because I don't trust you, because I have to build that trust, and you have to prove to me that you are worthy of my submission, that you're not going to drown us because of your choices, which we know might not always be the best based off of your track history. So no, I can't bring a man to my father and ask him, was this a good representation? Because my father wasn't a good representation. I don't even trust your judgment. So why would I bring someone to you to ask for your decision on this? Now that is an issue, right? That's a trauma within our community. That's something that Black women have to work through. But I also think it's really important for us to realize that and understand that that is a component of this. Black women and Black men have this issue because we are both broken to a certain degree. We don't know how to work with each other because a lot of us don't have that representation or example of what that even looks like. So we out here just winging it.